Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku had a Digimon. So in the last video, Deku, we started off with Izuku's origins where he basically gets abandoned by Inko because, well, Asashi didn't want to have a baby and then left because well, Inko didn't wanted him. So he left Izuku to the forest to let him die. But before he's about to, get killed, Beelzemon rescued him and took care of him. But he was killed by Lucemon. But Jesmon, one of the, last remaining survivors of the whole massacre of, well, the whole massacre, he basically brought it to, Yggdrasil, which he or she, I don't know what is its gender, but I'm just gonna call it a she for now. She basically gave Izuku a chance to get his revenge, and that chance is to let Izuku, become the brand new co-leader of the brand new Royal Knights, a brand new generation of Royal Knights to be in fact. So Izuku was given two Digimon. One is called Nemesis Agumon and wait for a second. Nemesis Gabumon. So because of that, Izuku was given two Digivices and also was trained by by Lucemon after that whole incident where Izuku's um foster father being Beelzemon was killed by Lucemon. Yeah, let's talk about what happens next. So, Izuku's now 14. And Izuku is basically training with Jesmon. As Jesmon says, "Whoa, your training has been doing well, Izuku." Izuku says, "Yeah, I'm able to control, some of my Digimon blood." As he says, "So, you said that the human world has evolved." As Izuku says, "Yeah. They gain powers known as quirks. And my quirk is called digital transfer. It allows me to basically, absorb the data of anything. In this case, I'm able to take away the abilities of, Digimon." As Jesmon says, "Huh, interesting." As Izuku says, "Yeah." As Izuku hears this, "Hey, Izuku!" As Izuku says, "Oh, oh, it seems that we have a visitor." As Jesmon says, "Yeah." As they see a young girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, as she says, "It's been a long time." As Izuku says, "Oh, you graduated from, elementary school?" As she says, "Yep." "Huh, it's been a long time, Elizabeth." As she says, "Yep." As they see another Digimon, which is a blue Digimon that has a V on its chest. As he says, "Yeah." As Izuku says, "Huh, nice to see you again, Vmon." As he says, "Yeah, so we have another mission?" Izuku says, "Yep. They're apparently going to be going to the dark area." As they say, "Wait, the dark area? I heard it's pretty dangerous." Izuku says, "Yeah, don't worry. This is going to be easy." As um Elizabeth says, "Yeah, you're always super cocky." As Izuku says, "At least I'm the co-leader, while Jesmon is the actual leader." As he says, "Yeah." So, they hear a voice. They, "Alright, I guess, Yggdrasil wants to talk." So, they basically go into Yggdrasil's, area. As Yggdrasil says, "Alright, everybody, we're gonna be going to the dark area where we're going to be destroying and finally defeating the rest, or at least the surviving members of the seven demon lords." Izuku says, "So, who are the remaining members?" As Yggdrasil says, "Well, it seems that Daemon and also um, Barbamon are the survivors, but it seems that we can't find any information about Lucamon. Izuku says, "Damn it!" As Izuku slams his hands down, as Elizabeth says, "Hey, calm down." As Izuku says, "Fine." So Idris still says, "Alright, you're gonna be going down soon, so get ready." So Izuku's wearing his protective suit, as it looks like this. So Izuku looks like this. So Izuku tells Elizabeth, "So let's just go." As just one says, "Yeah, let's just go." So they go down and go into the digital world proper. As they see the land is completely ravished. As Izuku says, "Dang it. This world looks like hell on Earth." Or at least in the digital world anyway. As they're trying to find, the digital, gateway. That's where they're gonna be going to, the dark area. As Izuku looks, as they see the digital gateway, it seems that, some Digimon are basically guarding the entrance. Wait for a second. And those, Digimon that are basically guarding the digital gateway are two, called Satanmons. As they're basically talking, as they say, "Oh, come on, why do we have to be picked for this job?" As the other one says, "Yeah, just imagine the Royal Knights kicking our asses." As they say, "Please shut up. If you jinx us, we're gonna be..." As Izuku says, "Why? Oh, hello, hello, hello." As they say, it's the Royal Knights." As the other Skull Satan one says, "Please don't hurt us. We will do anything. Please, just don't hurt us." Izuku says, "Sure, if you let us in." As they say, "Sure, you can come in." But the other one is basically crying right now. As Izuku says, "Good." So, when just one is looking at them, he basically says, "If you dare try and tell Barbamon or Daemon, you're dead." As Elizabeth says, "Tootaloo." So, wait for a second. So, they started going into the dark area, which Izuku sees in front of him, including the other Royal Knights. They see Anubismon, as Anubismon says, "Why, hello there, Izuku." Izuku says, "So, have you seen Daemon or Barbamon?" As she says, "I saw him early over there." So, when Izuku starts going over there, they see several Neo Devimon, including some regular Devimon and Miss Devimons. As Izuku says, "Alright, let's do this." Nemesis Agumon, Nemesis Gabumon, rise. They basically come out of their, Digivices as they say, "Yes, master." As Izuku says, "Go and attack them." As they basically say, "So, can you Digivolve us already? Because, it's probably going to be pretty hard beating them." Izuku says, "Fine." So, Izuku says, "Arise. Time for you to take them down immediately." So, Nemesis Agumon starts digivolving. As Nemesis Agumon says, "Nemesis Agumon digivolve to Diablos Greymon." That's what happens. Its face starts transforming into a skull as it starts growing fur. And for, Nemesis Gabumon, it starts evolving. As she says, "Nemesis Gabumon digivolve to Angelos Garumon." It digivolves into basically a angel Digimon. As Izuku says, take him down, as Angelos Garurumon starts creating glowing golden claws as it starts slaughtering all of these fallen angel Digimon. And for, well, Diablos Greymon, it starts burning them alive with his dark blue fire. As Izuku says, alright, hey, Elizabeth, are gonna be helping? And she says, oh, right, Digimantle of Love. As it starts combining with, well, Vmon, as it digivolves him, or armor digivolves him into, well, into this. It digivolves him into, well, Sethmon. If you don't know, well, you're able to, well, digivolve, different Digimon with different mantles. Like, for example, if you digivolve, what's her name? If you I meant armor digivolve, Hawkmon with the digimantle of, I think it was creativity. I can't remember. It transforms him into Kabukimon, which I don't really get. I mean, how do you get from a bird to a Kabuki mask plant? But anyway, my rant is over. So she summons out, well, Sethmon. Sethmon starts destroying them instantly as Jesmon starts creating his sword. So, after defeating them, they see, well, Daemon and Barbamon. As Barbamon says, how annoying! As he starts creating his, well, his blast. As he says, Pandemonium Destruction. As it basically creates a, well, I think it's color. So it creates a purple blast as Daemon starts creating his attack. As it starts shooting out tons and tons of, well, orange blasts. Izuku dodges them as Izuku tells well, his Digimon, which is Diablos Greymon and Angelos Garurumon, to digivolve again. So they digivolve as Diablos Greymon evolves first, as he says, Sinful Greymon. It turns him a little bit smaller, but it gives him, well, a goddamn laser cannon. I meant laser cannon, I mean a laser minigun, and a laser tail. And for Angelos Garurumon, it digivolves her into this. It digivolves her into Virtuous Garurumon, which she looks like this. Basically like this. So they start creating more and more slices into, well, Daemon. And for Barbamon, well, Elizabeth's Digimon, which is Mon, basically starts using his punches to basically try and take him down. And for just he's basically blocking more attacks from random Fallen Angel Digimon, and also, well, Nightmare Soldiers Digimon. So Izuku, after, well, defeating Daemon, Izuku goes on top of his basically putting his feet down on his face. As Izuku says, now, any last words? He says, you can go to hell. As Izuku says, you can go to hell as well. Wait for a second. So, Izuku shoots him down with his railgun, basically ripping his head off. And for Sethmon, he basically crushes Barbamon's head. So, after that whole thing, they basically catch their breath. So, they basically left. And the whole, well, how do I say it? Basically, the dark area is basically destroyed. While for Anubis, basically the ruler of it now. So, all of these, well, fallen angel Digimon start following him. So, after that whole battle, they be still. As Yggdrasil says, good. So, we finally found some information about Lucemon. Izuku says, Yeah, so what about it? As Deep, as Yggdrasil basically says, well, apparently he's in the human world and allied himself with a villain. As they say, a villain. His name, as he says, well, his name was O for One. Apparently, Lusamon joined him because, well, he wanted to take over the, well, human world. As Izuku says, what? Then we stop him. As Yggdrasil says, yes. But for now, I need you to get ready. Because, well, I need you to get ready for a special reason. Izuku says, a special reason. As he says, yes, that special reason is that you're going to be, well, how do I say it? Wait for a second, guys. That special reason is that you're going to be going to a certain school by the name of UA. Izuku says, UA? I heard of that school before. As he says, yes, a hero school. Izuku says, yeah, that. As Yggdrasil says, yes, I'm gonna be going there undercover. And when Overone decides to attack this school, you're going to be defeating him and telling him where is, well, Lusamon. Izuki says, alright. So, Elizabeth says, so, am I going there? As Yggdrasil says, yes. But for, well, Jessamon, you're gonna be staying inside of, well, Izuku's, well, um, Digivice for now. As Lusamon, I meant, Jessamon says, dang it, now it's going to be cramped. As well. Wait for a second. I got something in my. Nemesis Agumon and Nemesis Gabumon basically say, no, it's not that cramped. Actually, it feels quite the opposite. It feels kind of roomy. As he says, okay. So they basically go back to their own separate rooms. As in rooms, I mean Izuku's case. It's basically like a workout room. And if you're wondering why Izuku has so many scars, well, it's because of all the, well, battling that he has been doing, including all of the training that he's been doing with his Digimon. And also, um, if you're basically not yet, well, picking a ship for, well, Izuku, this is going to be your last chance over here. So, this is going to be your last chance to pick a ship for Izuku. So, yeah. So, well, hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. So, yeah. So, goodbye.